All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work of truth and sincerity. And we're going to to the lesson. This is Psalms 127 and 1. And it says, except the Lord build a house, they labor in vain that build it. So, unless the Lord is sanctifying and it's His will for you to do what you do, then if that's not so, that's not the case, then basically you're wasting your time. So when you have these other, you know, people, we call them the 2/3. When and their mindset is set on building a life here in this world, but that's not the will of the Lord. So ultimately, their progression, their ambitions, their worldly hopes and dreams are going to come crashing down upon them because, like the scripture says, they labor in vain. That's why when you come into this truth, you don't have the mindset of years down the road. You have the mindset of the here and the now, so to speak. Because when you're in this truth, you basically you hate your life here, man. Everything becomes that much more vexing, and that's the scripture. That's Ecclesiastes. Let's go ahead and get that. Much wisdom, man. This always comes up, man. And the reason that this always comes up is because it's true. When you find out this knowledge, it puts you in the path of the straight gate, and you no longer have that carefree mindset that the rest of the people have. Everything around you and the situations in your job and even and sometimes even your loved ones, what we call loved ones, they become more vexing unto you. It becomes everything becomes vexing. The scriptures talk about Lot being vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, and that's what happens. When you come into this truth. But the comfort in all that is that if we believe that we're sincerely and truthfully serving the Lord, that we know that all of our sacrifice and all of our labor is not in vain, because it's according to the Most High's will. And you got to understand that He controls all things. And for some people, they don't want to acknowledge that. You go look at the movie The Matrix. There in the movie The Matrix, they had prophecies. They had things that were supposed to happen. And when Neo was told that basically he didn't have a choice, he didn't want to believe it. He wanted to accept. He didn't want to accept the fact that everything happened. Ultimately, he did. But when he first was brought out of the Matrix, so to speak, and he was told by I think Morpheus was his name. When he was told by Morpheus that he has no free will or choice, that's something that he couldn't acknowledge. But anyways, I'm gonna get this scripture right here, and that brought him a lot of fucking vexation. That brought him a lot of confusion. But I'm gonna get this right here as Ecclesiastes 1:18. It says, "For much wisdom is much grief." Let's go ahead and get that word grief. It says vexation. See, anger, vexation, provocation, grief, vexation, frustration. Yeah, that's true. And he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. Because when you could wisdom and knowledge, That's what the truth is, man. That's an understanding of things uh, beyond the rest of the world. It says that he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. Let's go ahead and get that. That's pain, sorrow, pain. Yeah, and yeah, you go through pain. You go through periods of like everything just all on your back, man. And you just feel like the Lord's just kicking your ass. But that's part of the walk, man. And that's the trial of that's the trial by fire that the scriptures talk about, man. But you got it. But the comfort in that is the Lord's in control, so it makes it easy if you have the right spirit. And the right spirit is just like whatever's going on, you just trust in Him, no matter what. And then brothers have that spirit. I witness it. They have full and complete trust in the Lord. Even when the situation is not fucking pleasant. They're of the mindset, well, whatever the Lord wants to do, that's what He's gonna do. So that's the comfort right there. You just give it to the Lord. There's a scripture for that. Let me go ahead and get it. And when you're going through those situations where it just seems everything's on your back, and that's when you pray. There's Philippians 4:6. It says, "Be careful for nothing." It's a lot. Get interruption. It's Philippians 4:6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, make thanksgiving that your requests be made known unto Yahweh. So it says, be careful for nothing. Let's go ahead and get that word careful. To be anxious about, to have care, to take thought, to be anxious with troubles, careful look out, to seek, promote one's interest, to care and providing for. So when you go into those situations, man, you cast it upon the Lord, man. That's 1 Thessalonians 5:17. Let's go ahead and get that. It says, pray without ceasing, and everything give thanks, for this is the will of Yahweh concerning you. So 1 Peter 5:7, going back to that. Let's see, where did it go? Salak. It says, casting all your cares upon Him, for He cares for you, man. See that? So to cast your cares upon Him, that's to throw upon, place upon who? On Yahweh Shai, our mediator. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil's a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Because when you're going through all that adversity, that's when you're most vulnerable, and that's when you need to pray and be vigilant and mindful of things that are going around you, especially in a spiritual sense. So ultimately we have the trust that the Most High has our back, because all you gotta do is acknowledge that He controls all things. Let's go ahead and get Proverbs 21:30. And I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, man, but we're building up our spiritual muscles when things like this happen to us. This is Proverbs 21:30. It says, there is no wisdom, no understanding, nor counsel against the Most High. The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of the Lord. So our safety, our welfare, our standing is of the Most High, man. And if you have a trust in Him, then it just makes things, you can accept things more easier. Let's get 1 Corinthians 3:7, I think it is. It's a lock. It says, so neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but Yahweh that gives the increase. For now he that planteth, he that waters are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. For we are laborers together with Yahweh. We are God's. Ye are God's husbandry. Ye are God's building. We are His work, man. So He's ultimately responsible for us, man. If we are, those men that are called. And you got to understand about this truth. You know, this truth is set up by the Most High. It's spiritual. It's supernatural, and everything that happens in it is supernatural. And if you think about it too much, it can be very frightening. But let's get 1 Peter 5:7. 1 Peter 5:7. It says, once again, casting your care upon him, for he cares for you. You know, so that's what you got to do when you're in those situations like that, man. Because we're not going through all of this for nothing. There's an end goal to all of it, man. There's an end goal for all the hell that we're catching, for all the things that come upon us, man. There's an end goal. It's not in vain. It's not just for nothing. There's a perfect purpose to all of it. You know, and knowing that, hey man, you can sleep like a baby sometimes. But with that being said, real quick lesson, most I will and hope is edifying. With that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. Let's keep on pushing. Shalom.